Virtual vibe sanity is what we're hoping for.
Hi, how you doing, VR fans? So here we are, Neuroform Studios. I am the Neuroformer, and we're on the banks of the Thames today in order to get stuck into not one, but two virtual reality games on the HTC Vive that I think are pretty cool. Well, the first one's not that cool, but it was worth having a gander. The second one is awesome. So we're going to go from Space Scape to Knockout League, which is a boxing game. Space Scape is kind of another one of these escape room type experiences. Knockout League is a very physical game that's going to make people fit, not fat. And in every episode of Brain Man VR, I try to give you a few hints and tricks and tips to try and get your virtual reality experiences better, whether you're using HTC Vive, Oculus, PlayStation VR, other VR experiences are available. Now, apologies, this was recorded when I'd only just worked out the fine line between reality and virtual reality, and my little trick where I suddenly appear, go from being in the real world to the virtual reality world, sort of didn't work out because I stupidly only came down here, I only set it up to record this bit for the outro, and I didn't do the intro. I've only just realized that, so I've come down here to do a pickup. So this will be a little bit clunkier than normal. So today we're going to go into an escape room. I'm really excited to go in there. My top 5 rules, I'm trying to do this faster and faster because I know you've heard it all before, but make sure that you have water to hand, because if you're doing VR right, it's thirsty business. I recommend having a cup of tea ready today, if you care. It's green tea, and it's been my second favourite mug. Sometimes you need a bit of like stimulant to kind of boost you when you're waiting for a level to load up. If the previous one's been particularly arduous, you might enjoy a tea of one colour or another. Thirdly, virtual reality is a multi-sensory phenomenon. Now, although it can't kind of put virtual reality information through your feet, the soles of your feet have loads of sensors on them. Get the tactile sense going, because you're going to be really dynamic. The more you move around, the more the visual world changes, the more the auditory world changes, the more the feelings of your body moving through space changes. And when they all merge together, thanks to the cerebellum at the back of the brain, it really helps merge all these different inputs together to create a very, very deeply kind of immersive and convincing experience. And that's what makes VR awesome. So don't forget those things. Always set a time limit. Virtual reality is brilliant. It's extremely addictive. So I recommend spend no longer than 60 minutes a day in. As from one neuroscientist to all of you lots, neuroscience or otherwise, that's just my recommendation on the basis of what I know about the brain and addiction. So, no more babble. Let's get in. How have you been, by the way? You all right? Okay, so plug in the sound, because the three-dimensional soundscape is a vital part of the experience. I hope I got my ears in the right way around. Did I pick these up the wrong way around? Yeah, and as always, my standard demo. This is why virtual reality is so awesome when you use the HTC Vive, because you can do things like that. If you can chuck a knife round and not drop it, you can do it with these, very expensive motion controllers where you know you'd have to pay a lot of money to replace it, but you also know you're not going to drop it because it's exactly as it would be in space. Now, if you're mal-coordinated, then don't do that. That's a terrible idea. Right, just take my word for it. It is nicely synced up. So, Space Scape, is that it? So basically, I haven't even gone in and tested this yet. Launch. Let's launch it and hope for the best. Yes, a virtual escape room simulator. So each week, I kind of bring you on an adventure with me into the world of virtual reality. But I also, as a neuroscientist, try and, pointy the fingers, I also try and bring a little bit of an extra dimension in terms of helping you to get a better experience. So right now, like the great thing about VR is I have no idea what's going to happen, but already they give me the opportunity to experiment with how this pointer works. And they've put a little bend on the end of it. Ah, look. So you can click with the right trigger. Look, even just doing this is fun. People don't realize this in VR. They treat it like a sort of normal game that they play on their computer. And they don't explore, because every VR world's different. So you're kind of always advised to like do things and think, okay, how does this world work compared to all the others? You can change physics, you can change the behavior of these pointers. Like this is actually a debugging tool, like standard. And then you can either just have it when you're making the game, and then you'd usually make it invisible when the person comes to play the game. But here, they've chosen to make it visible. So even once the game's made and you buy it, you've still got these cool tools that they've been messing around with. And like you just look around you in space and eventually you see the rules. You don't have to go fiddling around in the box to find them and then reading them. Well, you have to read them a little bit, but they've got really good instructions. So menu settings, that's pretty standard. That's if you're not on the HTC Vive and you're on the Oculus, you'd be using these creatures. Slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, new game.
Loading level.
Space Scape.
Warning.
Ooh.
Power failure.
Warning, power failure.
Power activated. Manual restart required.
Manual restart required. Okay, so can I interact with that? No? Okay, so I can change these numbers. Oh, hang on, what's this? Okay, this is. Ooh, do I need to put this in here? No. So, I'm in an escape room, and obviously with escape rooms, you have to escape them. Maybe you put this in here somewhere. No. Oh, you're going to put it in the fuse box. The fuses are going to be in here, aren't they? Okay, let's put this down. Teleport over. Well, that was good. It's a well-designed escape room already in that I didn't solve it straight away. I had to actually give it some thought. So you'll notice me sometimes teleporting around for no reason. Well, actually what I'm trying to do is get to the edge of my real life space and then teleport away so that when I'm dealing with the stuff in virtual reality, it doesn't bring up those annoying those safety walls, which are of course important, but someone's taken the time to build this place, and if you've got those walls superimposed on it, it ruins it. It's not as beautiful, it's not the way it's supposed to be. So now I can kind of like reach over here. Well, I can step over here without bringing up the wall, step over here without bringing the wall, go here without bringing the wall. Wonder what's on the other side. Nothing. Right, so something plus something minus that plus that minus that plus that equals 180 volts. Amperes. So there's 100 amps, there's 110 amps. I reckon these are going to be the minus amps. So where do I find some more? I think I have to hunt for more of these things because there's space for 1, 2, 3, 4 of these fuses, and then presumably I close the circuit and then the next part of the thing will pop up. Okay, so now I'm going to teleport around so that I can look in here, because I suspect these will be openable, no? One of them? Ah, that one is. There we go. Oh, that's good. So this is going to come in useful. Oh, I can still teleport when my hands are full. Does that go on there? Does that go over there? I'll just leave it there for the time being. Okay. Get you sliding neatly into position. So, top of there? No. Oh, what? How come that's floating? Whoa, you're in space. How are you doing that? Oh shit, am I in space? I must have magnetic space boots on. Otherwise, I too would be floating. Anything in the reef there? Anything up there? Actually, oh look. I don't know why I can't open this. I think it is possible. I was just missing the handle. But you can put your head inside. That's the thing. Once you build these things, you can figure out how to treat them. But I shouldn't have said that. I might spoil it for you. On your text analyze of cosmonaut quote, sequence found. Note, only letters were considered during analyze. I have no idea what any of that means. Okay. Right. What? Oh shit. I did not mean to throw that over there. It's a good thing we're in space. It might even bounce back again. Ah, that's so cool. Oh, wow. That's where you have to keep things in. You go over there. I'm just going to throw all of the pads into that side of the room. It's kind of what I do in real life. Okay. Right. So, I wonder what's going to happen when I put this on. What's this? Instructions. The fuel mixture must be exactly 10 units of each liquid. Oh, well that's wrong. To activate fuel transfer, move 10 units to the rightmost blue container and initiate transfer. Well, that's something else entirely. Is that the handle floating up there? Okay. Let's read the others. I reckon I could get used to being in space. Right. Orbital rotations. Now I think I understand what's going on. Uh-oh. Exit spaceship. No. I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Wait. You stay there. Oh dear, did I drop a thing? What the fuck? How? Did I knock things into the air by mistake? Oh, that's annoying. Alright, text, analyze, off cosmonauts quote. Text, analyze, off cosmonauts, quote, sequence found, only letters where considered during analyze. Okay, so this is for a later challenge. I think this one is for this one. All right. So, satellite orbital rotations. We might as well get this right. So you can turn the dial. It's so clever. Yes. I can go. In fact, that work? Yeah. Then I can walk right over here. Excellent. How far over here? How far over here? Okay, that'll do. Right, so obscured, full coverage, obscured, full coverage. How do I know which one we need? I guess we just try different combinations, right? 240. 240. Let's go for full coverage and see what happens. 290. So it is just remarkable that I'm in my studio, but because of the music... Oh, there's the fuse. It's just really chilled out. And I feel like I'm in space because everything's behaving like it's in space. And I'm kind of like just adapting to it. Hang on, wait. 240, 290, what was I saying? 290, no, 1. What am I doing? All right, I'll just do the obscured one first because I seem to have lost the plot. Right, 210, 240, 210, and then Z equals 40. And this might not do anything because I have to flick the switch and put the fuses in. Okay. I watched Lethal Weapon 2 the other day. I just reminded myself of one of the characters in it. Right, 90, so let's do some sums. Something plus these two things added together minus that and that. So these two are like the adjuster. This plus this is what is minus from that plus that. So you've got to put the two bigger numbers, I guess, at the top. So that's 210 minus, oh no, that's not right. It would be, so if it was minus 90 plus 80, no, I'm with you. Okay, let's try 200 is a good place to start. That plus that is 200 minus, yeah, 200 minus 100 is 100 plus 80 is 180 amps. Ah!
Power back online.
Okay, good.
Systems rebooting.
Whoa, that was a good spark. It made me jump back. And there was a sound located there. What's happening? What's happening?
Virtual vibe sanity is what we're hoping for.